Tony Ballantyne with Magura USA. We're here in lovely Sedona. I'm here with Eric Porter, our brand ambassador, product tester, expert on lots of things. And we're going to chat with you about a few new products that both Eric and I have been riding. So the HC3 blade, it's a technology that's borrowed from our motorcycle division. And it's a product that we've been making quite a long time in the motorsports world, and it's trickled down to the mountain bike world, so we're stoked. It's a pretty nice product that's available on the Danny McCaskill brakes, and it's also available in the aftermarket. And this brake can be fitted to our MT6, 7, and 8 and trail brakes, our trail carbon brakes. So
another one of my favorite things is that this part right here, the end of the lever, is actually really smooth and flat. So as a person with large hands, it doesn't, if you do smash it all the way to the bar against your finger, it's not something that's going to cut your finger.
Just another brake I want to talk about. We introduced this at Sea Otter, and it's basically the more affordable version of our trail carbon brake that we brought out last year. The whole thought process behind the trail brakes: you got a 4-piston front brake and a 2-piston rear brake, so you've got massive stopping power up front. And then our 2-piston brake allows you to have really nice modulation in the rear. So it's not necessarily a brake for everybody, but I really feel like it's the perfectly balanced brake for most trail riding.
To someone who has not ridden a Magura brake or hasn't ridden one in the last 5 years,
yeah,
what would you say to them?
Unreal power, but the modulation in between, and that's where kind of feathering the brake, like I was telling you yesterday, on high-speed road manuals, 30 plus miles an hour, manualing down a road at the end of a trail, I get less arm pump because it's such a light lever feel. Yeah. And when I first got on them, it slams the wheel down when I'm trying to manual with it because I'm used to pulling harder, and it's just a really light lever feel, and I can do 30-mile-an-hour manuals for longer because it's less arm pump and just a nice light controlled feel. Yeah. Only a few places that you actually touch your bike. That's your grips, your lever, shifter, and your seat
and your pedals. Yeah,
and pedals. So it's
a point of
it's one of the few points of contact that you're touching it the whole time you're riding your bike. So people take it for granted, I think, and there is a better option out there.
Yeah.
And then one other thing you were saying, what's new in the last 5 years, and again, I'm new here, but I've been hanging out in the shops for years and hearing about bleeds and that sort of thing, and with the new MT7s, everything changed a whole lot with where the bleed ports are and the bladder inside the lever.
Okay.
There were all kinds of little spots for where air could pool up and bubble and hide on previous brakes, and so it's all gone now. So it's much more consistent, easy bleeds, and there hasn't even been a learning curve for me, like learning how to bleed them.
Nice.
It's just been simple and worked every time.
It's a pretty brave place to take people out to hangover, on brand new bikes with brand new brakes on them. And I mean, that first move, like, you're not on the brakes until it's that first roll in, and it's kind of a testament that, like, we go out there every year, and there's never been a brake issue with any of the media guys that I can recall, and I've always dropped into that first thing knowing, like, okay, like, these things are going to work, and I'm going to get down there and slow down when I need to.